Hey YouTube, Backcountry Outdoors here, and today we're going to be painting a deep diver, and we're going to paint him in a bluegill pattern, and we're going to use a stencil that a lot of people just overlook as a stencil. You can get this at Walmart, and it's just an old comb with some wide teeth on it, some narrow teeth on it, and you can put your stripes. I'm going to show you how to use these for your striping for your bluegill. Stay tuned and we'll show you how it comes out. Alright, we'll get him primed up. I get questions too about where I get my blanks from. There's a company that's called Sugar Tip, and I get some of my lures from them. Like the jitterbug we painted in the frog pattern, got this from Sugar Tip. This comes from Sugar Tip. Most of my square bills, that's where I get those from. You can get some off Amazon, and they're pretty good. They swim good. A lot of my smaller stuff, which is what I fish with, I like, because of the creeks and stuff, I fish with a lot of smaller stuff. Now, the lakes that I go to, I will throw some of the bigger square bills that I have, but a lot of my friends buy my bigger stuff that fish more tournaments. But there's a lot of companies out there that you can get these from. I have a TikTok, and I found out Sugar Tips from TikTok, actually, from a few guys on there, and started ordering from them. They have a Facebook page. They have a pretty good website. I think they had a death in the family back last week, and they was kind of running low on stock, but I seen yesterday where they'd stocked back up. And they're good quality blanks. Alright, we'll get our next color loaded up. Okay, our next color is Detail Moss Green, our favorite color in the world. I probably use Detail Moss Green more than I do any color out there. We can cut our air compressor off because we use a 33 gallon and it will last forever. Moss green to get real dark right here on the back, just a little bit. That way when we put this transparent black and darken it up, it'll look good. We're going to leave this belly part right through here white right now, and we're going to put some orange, and then we'll fade that orange up. We'll put a yellow line right through here. So just a little touch of yellow. Alright, we'll get the next color loaded up and be right back. Okay, we got the next color loaded up. We're going to be using transparent, and it's just a regular old orange. We're going to paint the bottom side of him with this orange. You see how it leaves just a little white line right there. And that's what you want. Dry it and keep coating it. We sputtered a little there. That's alright, we'll get it covered up. See that orange belly? Alright, we'll get the next color loaded up. Be right back. Alright, we got our next color loaded up. And we're going to take this yellow and just fade right into this orange right here. Just cover those white parts up. And that's it. Just take that yellow and just fade it in. Alright, we'll go to the next color. Alright, the next color we got in our airbrush is the cheap Amazon paint, and it is sky blue. And we're going to paint these gill plates blue.
On the one side.
Alright, we got the gill plates painted. We'll get the next color loaded up and finish her out here in just a second. Okay, we got some transparent black loaded up. And the first thing we're going to do is all that blue we painted on those gills. We're going to take our little stencil here. That has got a drop of water on it. And we've got to dry our lure up. It is real important to keep these dry because using acrylic paints, it is a water-based paint, so if you get it wet, it will take the paint off. So we're just going to put our stencil right here on this gill plate. And darken it up just a little bit. Then we're going to take this comb. Make sure it's dry. I'm cleaning my airbrush while ago and spilled some water. Do we want thick bands? Do we want thin bands? We want the thick ones. Gives us a nice little bands on it. Then we'll come through and we'll darken this back up. And around the eyes, up to that gill plate where we got those little dots put in. I'm just going to darken up, just right around the eyes, all the way up to the gill plate. And we are done. Let me zoom in. Let me see if we can zoom in on him just a little bit. Easy way to get your lines. I freehand most of mine, but I've been doing this for a long time. To give you some of my background, I didn't start off painting lures back when I was probably 17, I started painting model cars, and that's how I learned my way around the airbrush. I still got one of my first, not my very first, but one of my first airbrushes. I still have it. It's an old siphon-fed airbrush, but I've been airbrushing for quite a while. And then back before you could even buy blank lures, I started piddling around with painting lures. I'd buy at Walmart and I would repaint lures. And then this industry blew up, especially around the COVID years. When COVID first started, it really blew up. People going outdoors and doing more outdoor activities. Then this became big, and you could actually get lure blanks everywhere. So it kind of blew up, and it's nice that I can now buy lure blanks. As far as making a living doing this, you know, I don't know that you could unless you just had the right people. I sell a few here and there, but it's a hard market because of your big box stores, or you know, I have to keep my prices down so people come to me and buy. So you've got that market to compete with. If you can find people that's fishing tournaments, and you know, I'm real good at copying whatever I see and making copies of it. So if you can get me a picture of a fish, I can try to match the colors of the paint. I do some custom blend paints. I got paint charts where I can blend colors and make them look as close as possible to the pictures you have. Your crappie patterns, like the crappie pattern I paint around here in Georgia and the places I fish in Alabama, they have that blue hint. That's the reason why I put a blue hint to my crappie. And they turn out good. This is close to what our bluegill look like. So, you know, that's what I paint. Sometimes I'll put the ear on them. Sometimes I don't. Just depends. It's like I say, a lot of my videos. It's your pattern. You're painting it. You can do whatever you want with it, and I promise you, you're still gonna catch fish with it. Mistakes on it, I can go back and usually fix mistakes on these things. But if it's not a real bad mistake, I just keep rolling with it because the fish is still gonna tear it up. But they turn. You work hard. You practice. It's just like anything else. Practice, 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 practice with your airbrush. You know, there's a bunch of videos out there, so I don't do too much tutorials. I do teach my girls airbrushing techniques, but you know, there's plenty of videos out there to teach you how to start with the dagger strokes and your trigger control, and you know, the main things that I want to teach you is, you know, how to paint these patterns. What you can't use, stuff like that. That's what I want to keep these videos at. There's mainly patterns, stencils. Alright, we got some eyes glued to him. Show you what he looks like there and give you a little rotate. But yeah, we want to keep it, you know, just simple painting patterns. We might go into some in-depth patterns that I paint. Like this one's a little more than what we usually do. There's one more that I paint that gets a little more in depth than this as far as bluegill goes. I put golds and a little bit of purplish pearl. You can get fancy dancy with the bluegills. You can with any pattern basically you paint. That KBS sure does make it shine, and even when it dries, it is so shiny and so pretty. Okay, I hope y'all enjoyed watching us paint that bluegill pattern up, and I really appreciate y'all tuning in, watching me and all the new subscribers, and we're going to try to keep on pushing on, making different stuff and doing different things, and I hope you really enjoy it, and thank you for tuning in, and I hope you're learning something. Hope you're enjoying it, and I thank you very, very, very much. I know my camera equipment's old as the hills. I don't have good lighting down here in the shop. I'm trying to make it better. We just got done building a house, so you know all my money just went to building a house. If you've tried building a house here lately and price materials, it is outrageous. We built a small house and it cost me a fortune. So I appreciate all y'all's support, and thank you so much. Backcountry out.